For 10 years, my heart ached because we wanted to have a baby. For years, I watched my friends start their families, and people kept asking when we'd have children. I felt judged and alone, but my autoimmune disease was so bad, I couldn't stop my medication. I felt insignificant to God. I felt like He wasn't taking care of me, that He didn't see me. I wondered if my prayers would ever be answered. One night I woke up and heard a child's voice saying, "Mommy, I want to be born." That dream changed everything, and I had the strength to go off the medication. It was agony at times as my symptoms got much worse. But 6 months later, we conceived our long-awaited baby. Even though it was hard, I was so excited. I started writing letters to my child the day I found out I was pregnant. I was nervous about the pregnancy, but everyone assured me that things were going to be fine. They handed me his warm little body. He was lifeless. I whispered in his ear, "Please don't go, my love. We waited so long for you." His little hand had been wrapped around his umbilical cord. I thought, "Oh God, no, this isn't happening. Don't take my baby away." I was in complete shock, and the next few days were a blur. It felt like everything had fallen apart around us. I was empty. My faith was shaken, and after all those years of waiting, my sweet little boy was gone. We named our son Keaton Dominic. At one point, I became so angry with God. I screamed at Him, "Why did you take Keaton away from me?" And at certain points, He kept leaning in to remind me that I wasn't alone. Like the kind woman from the funeral home who came and offered to carry Keaton out of the hospital in her arms. It was comforting because Keaton was my baby, and I wouldn't have been able to bear seeing him wheeled away in some cold steel box by a stranger. We had to make arrangements even though we were in shock and struggling to keep everything together. My brother was able to make arrangements with Gardens of Gethsemane. A huge burden was lifted when we learned that they don't charge for infant and child burials. I also felt more at peace knowing that there was a special children's area at the cemetery. I had written many letters to our baby, but the evening before Keaton's funeral, I had to write my goodbyes. I was still numb, but I searched for something meaningful to share the next day. I strongly felt God speak to my broken heart. He was guiding me to share Keaton's story. He was preparing me for something bigger and staying close like a loving father. During that time, God put people in my life that I would never have met otherwise. People who showed me real and deep love. God was bringing good things out of something terrible. He gave us a special place where we could lay our son to rest within a community that would support and pray with us. I felt that part of what God was putting in my heart the day of the funeral was to start a faith-based ministry that helped other families who had experienced loss so that they could find hope and healing. I found out about Elizabeth Ministry, who did just that, and started the first chapter in our diocese. It brings me a true sense of joy knowing that families in our community don't have to face these things alone anymore. God has blessed us with more siblings for Keaton, Theo and Michaela. Losing Keaton was the darkest thing that ever happened to me, but I wouldn't be the person I am today without having gone through it. God loves and cares for me, and I want to show His love to others when they need it most.